Joyful day, beautiful beings. Joy for all things, beautiful hearts. If there's a question on my heart. So, no, really, like, because there's a question from my heart. Like, my heart is heavy today. And actually, I've been crying. And I'm really trying to figure out what my tears are trying to say to me. Right? God is trying to tell you something. What if it is that, right? What if, and so, like, I'm sitting there yesterday minding my business and tears just started falling. And so I'm really searching to figure out what are my tears trying to say to me, because I feel good, yet still something deep is crying or grieving about something. And the last time I did a live, I was talking about, can you miss what you never had? And I really truly feel that we can, right? And I think that we've always had it, because when you think of the natural state of how God created this thing, how the universe put stuff together, like, things were put together so intentional that it really blows my mind of where we are today in society. And so I'm talking about things intentionally being put together, that there is even a mechanism inside our body, that if it bursts, we become, we could kill ourselves. But yet, when it's operating in the right space, when it has the right environment and it's not sick, then it operates properly. So what I'm realizing, which is what I heard the other day from watching the Karen Hunter show, that the lady said that we're not broken, we don't need fixed, that we are diseased. We have become a disease to ourselves, a mutation, if you will, because the environment that we've been living in for centuries and decades was never designed for us, right? And so when you think about what our ancestors had to go through and push themselves through, some decided to just jump off the slave ships. They was like, I'm not staying. And some made the choice to stay. Who was the bravest? Who did the right thing? And then what's the right thing? What's the most powerful thing that we have? Then it is our choice. And so when we think about our choice, when I think about my choice, I was talking to my sister the other day. And so she said, well, people think you scary, you can't fight, because I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. Now, don't get me wrong, I can fight, but in talking to her, I realized that even at a young age, I wanted to do something that communicated something bigger than just the small thing. Because was I angry? Fucking right, I was angry. I probably could have just popped the bitch head off real quick and not thought nothing of it. But the bigger thing wasn't going to be seen, that I was a broken, hurt little girl. You were a traumatized person as well. And we just fighting each other. And the bigger thing, that we can love and we can heal, and that a better you equals a better me, that story would have never been told. It just would have been told that two black girls fighting themselves, and that's all. And now we pull our phones out and we recording that, but no one's getting down to the bigger thing. And I realized that I've always wanted the bigger thing. Like, could I fucking suck a man? Yeah. But who cares if we coming? But we ain't going nowhere. We coming together, but we ain't going nowhere. That's me trying to crack a joke, y'all. But who cares about what we can do on the surface for the moment if what we're doing is not about the bigger thing? Because we're producing children in a world that never can be setting me up. So what happens, right? Can we not do something different? Like, I want something different out of this life. Do you not? Or are we just gonna really just settle for what's been given to us? Like, I'm really asking. This is a real question, because I want to know, because I'm a little confused. I'm a whole lot confused, because we're constantly steady having babies, and yet we ain't doing nothing to change the world that our babies are gonna live in. I feel like what we're doing to ourselves is what has been done to us. We've been entertaining them for a while. When back in the Caesar days and the Roman days, they had the whole the stadium, the Coliseum, where people would make people fight and kill each other. And I don't see a whole lot more different than now what we're doing. And now I must entertain you to tell you that I love you. I must entertain you to give you something different, to give you something you can feel. And I mean something that you can feel that reminds you that you are a seed and you're on this planet because you are supposed to grow. You're on this planet because you're supposed to do something different. You're in this flesh because your spirit was sent here to do something, not just do. And it's, again, on the Karen Hunter show. If y'all don't know Karen Hunter, go listen to her. Tell her Sierra sent you. On the Karen Hunter show, it was also said that what we're now doing is already been done. But the thing is that we get so enthralled with doing, like, oh, look at me, look what I can do. But we don't have a plan behind our doing. And so they were talking about Jesse Jackson, I believe. And so Jesse Jackson had did something a bunch of years ago. And it got undone because it was like the work just stopped there. Because now we can pat ourselves on the back and say, oh, we did, we accomplished. But what happened? We got a black president inside the presidency. But what did we change because it was a black president inside the planet in the presidency? What did we change about ourselves so that it complement the black president being in the black presidency, which shifts the narratives for the black people? We did, and we was just happy that there was a black president there, but we was still hurting and killing and damaging each other as black people. So my point is that what are we doing? Because I don't want to just be doing stuff. I really feel deeply that me and you are never part, right? I really feel deeply that you make me better. I really feel deeply that we're not supposed to just share in each other's sufferings, that we're supposed to share in each other's successes. I believe deeply that we are a village and we are sent here to this planet. Let me remind you that we were spirit long before we were flesh. Long before you knew you had a vagina and you thought you had a big eggplant. Long before the bank account. Long before all this man-made stuff. We were spiritual beings. And we have an opportunity to be human. So our humanness that we take so much pride and so much ego and offense in is truly a gift. We are gifted to be human. Your knee bone connected to your thigh bone, well, your knee bone connected to your thigh bone, connected to your hip bone, connected to your spine. These are all gifts. Everything is a gift that we have, and now we are doing no different than what was doing to us, because now we're manipulating ourselves. We are manipulating each other because we've always been manipulated. And then another thought that I had, think about it, right? So when we think about the forefathers, right? The patriarch that created the democracy, the government, the Constitution. Our forefathers created a thing that our fathers had to follow. So our fathers, being our fathers, the men that our mothers made us with, were already under something that didn't give a fuck about him. That didn't care about who he was. That didn't care if he stayed to make sure your mom was good, when really he was taught to abandon you because America had abandoned us. So how do we want from our men something different than what they were shown, when they were never given a proper environment for them to be our protectors? But yet when we get with him and when we get with them, we demand that they love us in the way that we were told in black and white that they're supposed to do. But they were never given the proper tools, the proper environment, the proper nurturing to even do so. And so my heart is deeply confused because I'm watching women have little boys, but we're not changing the broader world for them when they become men. I'm watching women hate the species that they make the babies with, but we're not changing the world for them or for us. I'm watching the men continue to just follow, right? And so men, mothers, and fathers, it is no longer your baby daddy, your baby mama ain't doing. We must now come together because the world don't care. I've watched them medically kidnap children out of the hospital. Yeah, but you know how they're able to do that? Cause she ain't fucking with the baby daddy. She in there by herself. She don't got a relationship with her mama. I'm watching how they've taken, how we've used our pain to continue to still rob from us, to steal from us, and to kill us. But we ain't woken up to that yet. I'm watching how we'll sit in the rooms and we'll manipulate the space where only it don't compliment everybody in the space. Because if we all here, we all bringing a gift to the table, so we all should benefit. And so what are we doing? Are we just doing? Are we ready to decide that we want to do things with purpose? Because I want to do things with purpose. I'm tired of the half-baked solutions. I'm tired of that it only can benefit you and not me. I'm tired of that it's only about one kid, about the color of their skin or who their mom and their daddy is, and it's not about all the children. Because the children are the future, but you as being an adult child, you are the one that helps provide the solution for the future. So we are all the children of the world, that we are here on this planet. And so we all here on this one planet, and there's absolutely agenda that don't always include you. And I'm opting out because I want to say that when I'm no longer here, that you don't misconstrue that I'm not here to entertain you. I am here so that our souls prosper. In addition to that, we get that bag, right? Listen, I'm not Xing out that we don't need money, but I'm asking out that I'm not stepping over you and I'm going to mistreat you or I'm going to misuse you, because I'm not going to misuse you, but I will absolutely use you. Because I know that you got something to bring to the table that I can't. I know that you possess a power and a thing that only you can do that I can't. So I'm absolutely going to use you for your gifts, your talents, and your treasures. But I, Sierra Marie Clark, would never misuse you. You won't have to worry about me talking about you behind your back, because it won't do the bigger thing, right? The bigger thing is that we no longer just survive, but that we thrive and that we leave a legacy and we make the planet better than we found it. Y'all keep smiling, keep shining. A better you equals a better me. And I love you, and I need you to survive.